Hey, Kathy. Hey, Juliana. Thanks for jumping on this call. I love having these sort of conversations just to sort of check in with how you're going and sort of getting feedback on how things are. For anyone that might be watching, could you tell me who you are and what do you do? What do you sell?
I'm Juliana. This is my mom, Kathy. We are a mother-daughter art duo that sells nursery decor for children's spaces.
Love that.
That's
That's amazing.
great.
And when we first met, you're selling purely on Etsy, and then we moved over to Shopify. Um,
We used to watch Shopify, huh?
Yeah, amazing. So let's go back to that moment where we first met. Tell us a little bit about where your business was then and sort of what sort of state it was in.
Well, it's interesting. I started following you a few months before we met on your YouTube, your YouTube channel. And I learned so much just from those. And I felt a little bit guilty that I was learning so much for free. And so that's a little bit why we reached out. And so by the time we actually reached out to you, it was about 2 months later. And we've been flying ever since. It's been amazing.
Yeah. I mean, we had zero automation on our Shopify site, and I was scared of it. You were too. And I think that was one of the first things we mentioned to you on our first meeting was we're scared of automation. And you were like, oh, don't even worry about this. And ever since then,
Yeah.
it's been cooking and it's so nice.
The other really important the reason we came to you is that we didn't want to give over all of these things to other people outside of our business. We wanted to know how to do it ourselves.
Yeah. Like to do it
Juliana,
ourselves.
Juliana runs the website itself, and she wanted to be able to know when something went wrong, what was wrong and how to fix it.
Because sometimes you can't reach someone at 11:30 at night, so you have to do it yourself. And so
Yeah.
that's what we like to do it ourselves.
Lo- Love that. So if you think about, if you've mentioned a couple of things about when we've been working together, what would you say some of like the key highlights have been sort of over the last 6 months?
Ooh, I think one of the big things was to begin doing ads because we've only have been boosting. We've just been boosting and boosting.
We had been boosting Instagram content that we thought was okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And then the same thing with email. We had just been sending out emails doing what we now know is called spray and pray. We had just been spraying and praying for years. And now all of our emails are so focused and so easy to measure. And my gosh, we feel so changed.
yeah, we do.
Love that. So you've been able to improve your ad frameworks. You've got a good system in place for email marketing. So since sort of putting those things in place, what would you say, like, what have your results been like from doing that?
Well, the scorecard was probably the biggest thing that you gave us right in the beginning where you you introduced
You're
us
like,
to the idea.
what is this? We needed to know these specific numbers, and we didn't know
We
them
did
about
not.
our own business.
Because our business had grown by word of mouth and we had never really measured.
Yeah.
So the scorecard that we keep every single day has been a game changer. And that's the biggest thing that's changed is our numbers have gone up. We are,
Since February, when we started with you, we have gone up by 60%.
yeah.
Which
Amazing.
is
And what do you attribute that to? Like, is there one strategy that we've done that you think has given you that result over any other ones?
I think it's all of it.
It's all of it. The ads were huge. Learning the ins and outs of the Google, the PMax, and then the Meta stuff. But there's all of these little things that add to the greater good. And so, like,
I think the product page.
the perfect
Yeah.
product page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
changing our product page is huge.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of a problem because we make wall decals is what we're really known for, and so the names of ours were so clever. So we have
were
like
not.
for Ralph and George. But if you might know that if you Google Ralph and George, you are probably, or if you Google dinos, you're not
You're not going to
Ralph
find
and George.
Yeah. So as
So yeah, SEO, we're learning a lot.
yeah.
It sounds like it's all of it, right? So we talk about ads, we talk
It's
about
all of it.
optimizing product pages, you've talked about email marketing. If you think about one big moment where you're like, oh, this is going to work, what was it? What was it that happened where you're like, we're on the right path?
Well, yeah, our
Think
sale.
yeah.
Our birthday sale, we only do 2 sales a year, one for Black Friday and then one on our anniversary. And we followed the checklist that you provided.
I mean,
and
exactly every letter.
those 3 days, we were dancing a lot because we dance every time we get an order, and we were just like, We were just drifting away.
Yeah. It was great. It was really, really great. It was
Yeah.
just fun to watch your format work.
Yeah.
Especially because it's things that we were uncomfortable doing, like posting an email a day. It was so uncomfortable for us in the beginning. We just thought, oh, that's too much, but it was important.
Yeah, it's one of those things where an outsider can look in and go, you know what, if you just do these few things, we can promise you there's going to be an outcome. And what I love about you guys is even if you're really not sure about it and it might go against your better judgment, you just go and do it, and then you're like, oh, he was right, or that the team was right. Let's just follow their lead, right? So we don't like being the "we told you so" kind of people.
Brendan was right. Yeah, no, like, we should have like a bumper sticker with that on it by now.
Brendan was right.
I might have to give it to my wife as well. I won't. That's amazing. So let's flip the little bit, the little bit. So since we've been sort of working together, was there any sort of challenges or roadblocks that you sort of came against, and how our team helped you? Is there anything that you can think about, any roadblocks we've helped you overcome?
Well, the fact that you have a team is huge, and I don't think I realized when we first started that that was going to be such a big part of it.
Yeah.
But we weren't as much in the beginning as comfortable as we are now, reaching out to each individual person that you have that really focuses on a particular area, and we've really gotten to know them and know that we can count on them and reach out for any little problem that we have. So any specific problems that we've had, we've reached out to those people.
Yeah. And then for me, I would say I am I'm I have ADHD and I just work all over the place. And your checklist or your spreadsheets that I have to fill in to get to a like the next place. Like for example, the Google worksheets. For it to work, you have to fill in the stuff, and it's really transformed the way I work because it's not me, but it is now.
Yeah, it's really important because I think I'm a little bit like you, Juliana, where I get distracted and everything I have to do at once, and this just forces you to focus your attention on the right things because there's just so much distractions, definitely in any business, but e-commerce especially. So yeah, frameworks. I just did it to help myself, and I've just given it to everyone else. So I'm glad you're
But
you're
it
getting.
helps on the opposite. It helps on the opposite side too, because as you know, I'm the opposite of that, and you're saying to me, "No, you're taking too long," and you are right, or at least you want
There needs to be like some like middle ground,
Yeah.
and Brendan has created this.
I've made you come together. I love that. That's awesome. If we think about sort of everything you're implementing now, how do you feel about sort of the next 12 months in your business? Where do you think you can get to? Like, what's has it changed the way you sort of think about your business moving forward?
It
Definitely.
has. We have a lot of work still to do on our site. A lot of that is just tedious work that needs to be done, but we feel super great about it. We're putting things in place to make it where we don't each have to do it all ourselves. We're getting Jim and Ann time to be able to do a lot of those, and
And like, I mean, as far as growth, I mean, Anton and my father and I, we were all sitting down the other day, and he's like, if you look at the numbers and it's consistently the same growth for the next 6 months, we will need to hire someone because we won't be able to maintain this on our own. So that kind of growth is scary but exciting, and because it's only 4 people right now, and we're all family. That means we would need to get someone that's not in the family. So that would be a new thing for us, which is
Yeah.
exciting.
but it's just great to have that clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And I think the last question that I was going to ask was there something that, what's the thing you love? What's the thing you love most about being part of the e-commerce academy?
Man, for me, it would be when you go to a meeting and you discover something that there's just like these little gold nuggets. Like they can be tiny, often they are, and they will just completely transform a page or a section of our website. And it's just, there's all of these little eye-opening moments. And yeah,
They're almost like little gifts. It's
yeah,
like we get a little every time we go to a class, even if it's a class that's an area that we're not really ready to jump into yet, or we thought we kind of knew what we were doing.
we didn't know.
We did not.
We did not.
But we get a little gift and
Yeah.
we take it and we run with it. And then fortunately everything is recorded so we can go back and rewatch it so that we can remember the gift that we received.
I love that. We try and sort of, sharing is caring, and we love sharing our knowledge and seeing the results. And I'm really proud of, how far you guys have come from, running an Etsy store to getting your Shopify up and running, taking our advice and just seeing the growth that you've seen. Like, as coaches, we're super proud of you. So thank you for listening and putting in everything that we ask you to do, which is great. So let's just say someone was watching this video. Maybe, they were considering joining our program, considering joining the E-commerce Academy. What advice would you give them if they were sort of on the fence?
I would say do it. First of all, it's worth every penny. And then second of all, I would say, but know that you're going to have some work to do. It definitely some work. And don't do it if you don't think you can put the time in, because you do have to put the time in to really get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just want to say thank you. It is an absolute pleasure working with you guys. You do everything we say, you follow the plan, you execute, and you get results. So it's really awesome. And I think we're just the beginning of your growth. I think you're thinking you might want to hire one person. I would say you need to hire a few more in the future, because your growth is just going to get better and better, because, behind a good business is a great team and you guys are awesome. So thank you for being part of the team.
Thank you.